Everybody moving to Dallas thinks they're choosing a city. Frisco, Prosper, McKinney, maybe even Celina. But after you spend a few weekends touring homes here, you realize something. You're not really choosing a city. You're choosing between two completely different lifestyles. One has resort-style pools, walking trails, neighborhood events, and brand new schools right inside the neighborhood. And the other has long driveways, metal shops in the backyard, and no HOA telling you what color your fence has to be, for the most part. And almost every family relocating to Dallas eventually runs into this exact moment. I'm Zach Searsway, and in the past 2 years, I've helped over 100 families relocate to the Dallas area. If you're considering relocating, reach out. My contact info is in the description. I'd love to help. Do you want the community lifestyle or the acreage lifestyle? Because in Dallas, you usually can't have both. So a few months ago, I was touring homes with the family relocating from California. We spent the morning in Windsong Ranch in Prosper. Lagoons, golf carts driving around the neighborhood, kids riding bikes everywhere. The wife loved it. Then we drove 20 minutes north. Same budget, completely different property. 5 acres just outside of Celina, long gravel driveway, a massive metal shop in the back. Now the husband stepped out of the car and just stood there for a second. And he said something that actually sums up Dallas real estate perfectly. He goes, "This feels like Texas." And that's when you realize the real decision that people are making when they move here. Not city versus city, but lifestyle versus lifestyle. Okay, so let's start with the lifestyle most people picture when they move to North Dallas, the master plan community. The places like Windsong Ranch, Light Farms, Star Trail, Mustang Lakes, or Mosaic. Now these neighborhoods are designed to feel like a small town inside a community. We're talking resort-style pools, pickleball courts, miles of walking trails, and community events almost every weekend. Some even have lifestyle directors whose full-time job is literally planning things like food truck nights, holiday festivals, outdoor movie nights. We have it in my community in Light Farms. It's actually pretty impressive because people go out on the lawn and watch movies till about 10 p.m. And if you have kids, this lifestyle is hard to beat because everything is designed around family life. Most homes are within walking or biking distance of schools, and your neighbors are usually in the exact same stage of life. Kids everywhere, people actually outside in the community. You'll see golf carts driving through the neighborhoods on a Friday night or even a Monday morning. It's extremely social, and that's why these communities have become the default choice for relocators. But there is one trade-off that most people don't think about when they're actually standing in the backyard, and that is the space. In most of these communities, the average lot is around 50 to 70 feet wide, and your house takes up most of that, which means sometimes you have about 8 to 10 feet between houses on both sides. You're buying into the lifestyle, not the land. And for a lot of families, that's exactly what they want. Okay, so let's talk about the other side of Dallas living, because this is the version of Texas a lot of people imagine before they move here. Acreage. Places like Gunter, Pilot Point, parts of Celina, Aubrey, North Prosper, though that tends to get pretty expensive. Horse properties around McKinney, places like Fairview, Lucas, if you want some of the best places that I personally think you should buy land if you're looking in the north suburbs, Fairview and Lucas. You're welcome. Instead of the neighborhoods in these places, you get land. Your driveway might be 300 feet long. You might have a 30 by 40 shop in the backyard. You can park a boat, an RV, a trailer without asking anyone for permission. No HOA for the most part, but sometimes in these newer communities, you might have them. There's no one telling you where your trash cans go. There's no neighbor 10 feet away grilling steaks next to your fence. At night, it's quiet. Like, actually quiet. Typically no pool parties unless they're far away. No golf carts. Just crickets and the occasional truck going down the road. And for some people, this lifestyle feels completely different. You get privacy, you get freedom, you get space. But the trade-off is something most relocators don't expect: convenience. Because the further you go for acreage, the more things start spreading out. Grocery stores might be 15 minutes away. Restaurants might be 20 minutes. Schools might require a longer drive. So the acreage lifestyle usually works best for people who are okay trading community amenities for personal space. Okay, so here's where things get interesting. A lot of relocators assume acreage must be way more expensive. Sometimes that's actually the opposite, depending on how far out you go. You can find a $700,000 house in a master plan community on a tiny lot, or a $700,000 house on 2 acres just 30 minutes further out, same price, completely different lifestyle. That's why this decision catches people off guard, because you're not comparing cities, you're comparing ways of living. Do you want neighbors and amenities, or land and independence? And here's what I find really interesting. A lot of people that move here are prioritizing the family lifestyle. That includes the kids and how convenient it is for them to hang out with their friends on a given Friday or Saturday afternoon. And it also considers the fact that if you are in a master plan community, you can pretty much walk out or golf cart out right to your nearest Target, Chipotle, or Starbucks. It's a completely different lifestyle. If you want space, you are sacrificing some of that. Okay, so technically there is a way to get both, but this is where the numbers really change. If you want acreage, luxury home, great schools, and proximity to Frisco or Dallas, you're usually looking at something closer to $2 to $4 million. Places like Whispering Farms, Highland Park style estate communities, luxury acreage in Prosper, but that's the only segment of the market where the two lifestyles overlap. Big land, close to everything, top schools, but for most families moving here, that price range is just a little too high, which usually means you end up at the same decision everyone usually faces. The Dallas relocation decision usually isn't Frisco versus McKinney, Prosper versus Celina. It's much simpler than that. Do you want your kids riding bikes with neighbors after school? Or do you want them running across 2 acres of backyard? Do you want food truck nights and golf carts, or a workshop and a long driveway? Because once you answer that question, the right parts of Dallas becomes obvious. If you're planning a move to DFW and you're trying to figure out which version of Texas fits you better, reach out. I can show you both sides of the market, and once you see them in person, the decision usually becomes pretty clear.